Nowadays, technology allows us to run our businesses from our phones, which means sales data, emails, and social media pages are all within just an arm's reach away. This video is going to help you manage your mobile phone usage to prevent overwhelm, to prevent burnout, so you can run your business efficiently for longer and stay more productive. Don't get me wrong, I love social media. It's absolutely great for online businesses as well, because it allows us to find new clients, it allows us to message current clients and leads and stay connected and build our network. Saying this though, everything outside of our business accounts on social media is a massive distraction. If you're trying to carry out your normal workday, delivering projects, talking to clients, and you keep getting personal messages, or you keep stopping to just check your newsfeed to read some memes or articles, then that's going to make those simple tasks take even longer, which means you're spending longer in your business, your head's all over the place, and you're getting taken out of your headspace constantly. You're in a certain flow state, you're getting a project done, and then you get distracted, and that takes you out of that flow state, and it takes you even longer then to get back into it, which means that you're not very productive and that your head is all over the place. If you keep taking time off projects while you're doing work to reply to messages on social media from clients or potential clients, then you are actually doing a disservice to your clients, because you're giving them a worse product because you keep getting distracted, you keep getting taken away from the project just to reply to your clients. So you are actually giving them a worse service because you keep getting distracted and you're not giving them the best thing that you can possibly do. So the best thing you can actually do for your clients is to spend less time replying to them, more time on the work, more time on the projects. Also, you just don't need to reply to your clients straight away. If anything, that's going to damage your reputation and damage your business, because what that does is it sets unrealistic expectations. If clients get to learn that you will respond to them at the drop of a hat, then they will expect that from that point onwards. So say if you're messaging a potential client and you're that excited about the project that you're replying instantly, within a couple of minutes every single time. And then it gets to the point where you're a bit busier and they're actually your client and they expect that kind of response rate all the time, and you don't get back to them within a minute or two this time, then that is going to piss off your clients and you've broke that expectations that you've set. Now that is your responsibility. So what you need to do is set yourself 2 or 3 daily windows to reply to your social media messages or to reply to your clients. These just need to be maybe 10 or 15 minutes, just enough time to have a good conversation, to send meaningful replies, and to get everything done so you can spend the rest of the day being productive. At the same time, you want to turn your notifications off for your messages on Instagram and on Messenger, so then you're not getting distracted either. If you're not getting the notifications for the messages, then you are not going to feel as needed, and you're not going to want to take time out of your day to reply to them because you don't know you've got them. And then 2 or 3 times a day, which I suggest once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, just reply during those little windows of time, and that's going to help you stay more productive. The same thing goes for email as well. I mean, email can be really exciting because you don't know what's in there. You're thinking, oh, maybe a new client's got to me today. Maybe you had a project just in the pipeline and you're excited to find out whether that invoice has been paid. Email can be really exciting. And because of that, we can take time out of our day. We can get distracted away from projects just to have a look at our email or just to check to see if we've got something exciting. If you're in that flow state, you're doing a project and then you go off and check your emails, you get out of that flow state, you get distracted, you come back and suddenly you don't feel as creative, you don't feel as productive, and you don't feel like you want to get stuck in anymore. And that's because you've distracted yourself and you've got yourself out of that flow state. So what I recommend with email as well is turn push notifications off your emails so you can stay more productive, you can stay more focused on the task at hand throughout the day. And then again, set yourself 2 or 3 windows throughout the day to check your emails. The thing is, through doing this, every part of your business is going to get better because you've set some dedicated time windows, 10, 15 minutes to reply to emails and messages. Because you've got dedicated time for that, you will actually respond better and have better conversations because that time is dedicated to just that and you're not getting distracted by anything else while replying. If you're replying to people halfway through a project, then your mind is focused on 2 things at once, which means you're not doing either one of those things very well. you're half-assing your project, you're half-assing your reply. This is going to make both elements better because you're most focused on both things. You're focused on your project while you're working on that, and then you're really focused on replying to people when you're doing that separately. If you feel bad for not replying to people, if you have FOMO, you think that people are going to lose interest because you're not responding to them straight away, then I recommend setting up an autoresponder, which you're able to do in most emails, if I understand right. Especially in Gmail, you can set up your autoresponder, which just sends people a message automatically when they email you. And in that email, you can communicate to them frequently asked questions. You can send them to your website. You can send them to get a quote. You can give them all the information that they perhaps want to know to get started in booking a project with you, so you don't feel the need then to reply to them straight away. They've most likely got the answer to their problem in your autoresponder. Lastly, social media can be a very dark place. It can have a lot of things that can trigger really negative subconscious thoughts. It can make us feel bad about ourselves, bad about certain things in our life. So going on social media as soon as you wake up or just before bed is very dangerous for our mental health. All the negativity, the fear, and other kind of feelings triggered by some social media posts get locked into our subconscious if we go on social media just before we sleep. What you do 1 to 2 hours before sleep gets locked in your brain, and your brain processes that while you sleep, which is why, in my opinion, you should try avoid social media or avoid doing anything that perhaps may piss you off just before bed, because if you have those thoughts in your head just before you sleep, then that is going to get locked into your subconscious mind, which then could manifest itself into many negative feelings and things in the future. Likewise, if the first thing you do in the morning is go check social media and something pisses you off, which from my point of view, something always does, you always find something on there that annoys you, then that is a bad start to your day. That's going to trigger you off, it's going to give you a bad mindset, and it's most likely going to then have a knock-on effect and ruin the rest of your day and ruin your productivity. So what I also suggest is, when you wake up, don't check your phone or check social media straight away. Don't check your email straight away. Don't check your social media messages straight away. Wake up, make your bed, do what you need to do, have your breakfast, do whatever you do in the morning as your routine. And then perhaps half an hour or an hour later, then check it. Just don't rely on checking social media every morning, because it's not a good start to your day. Whereas if you can sit down with some breakfast and you can work out what your tasks are for the day, plan out your day ahead, then that is going to be a much better start to your day, and that's going to give you a much better mindset to tackle the day and be productive. I know all these things are easier said than done. I've tackled all these things in the past, and I'm doing my best to stick to these good routines now. The thing is, you'll likely be breaking habits that you've had for years, maybe even up to a decade, of going on your phone before bed or when you wake up. So it's going to be hard to break this. It's going to be difficult, but if you do, then it's going to help you be more efficient, run a better business, and most important of all, be happier. If you'd like any more information on how to be more efficient as a session musician or running a music business, then please click the link below, and that's going to give you a free guide on 7 ways you can double your hourly income as a session musician.